red flags, could we kindly have the supporting documents for each district so that the issue na mangyayari na hindi alam ng congressman tapos meron doon, mare-resolve natin, hindi po kayo ang matatamaan, hindi team ninyo, hindi rin yung congressman, at saka yung issue na yung hindi alam ng mayor na meron pala doon na road construction, hindi rin mangyayari. So yon, and we will all look at the possible red and blue flags that you've seen in the details of the fine print of the congressional district. This is also for the protection of each congressional representative to make sure they know exactly what's happening in the respective districts. Thank you. May we have that po this afternoon. Otherwise, we'll have a second hearing because we have to study all of that. You have naman the supporting documents of this, right? Oo.
Opo, I'm told that we do.
Okay.
So
you can give us the soft copy. Then it
Opo.
can be distributed. Soft na lang. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Lauren. And what we did is dahil ang daming proyekto, almost 14,000, almost 15,000 projects. So kumuha kami ng interns sa Pamantasan Lungsod ng Valenzuela, mga accounting interns, mga 10 sila, para lang isa-isahin talaga yung project at banggain sa 2025, 2026, at one by one nila tignan ho yun para ma-come out namin yung red flags. So paulit-ulit nila tinest para malaman kung talagang tama yung data. No? So that's my first topic, and so this is the agreement. We will wait for the station numbers. We will also wait doon sa reappearing project. We'll also wait for the station numbers doon. Pag wala, then we will have to remove it. No? Okay. Okay ba yan, Secretary? Is that the
yes, I think very, very clear po, Mr. Chairman. No, and we kaya ba yung Sunday?
Or Monday.
Mr. Chairman, if you just excuse, I think there's a technical discussion ongoing because I don't think this I don't think this has been done before, so they don't know how to do it yet. No, but
Secretary, this reveals a glaring weakness in the process.
Very clear, Mr. Chairman.
Yung mga district engineers, bago nagsasubmit sa inyo, meron ng station number yan. Diba?
Yes. Mr. Chairman, I think the technical discussion that's ongoing is station limits po kasi on national roads use Luneta kilometer 0 as the station reference. The problem with the local roads, which I think all, if not most of these are local roads, is there is no reference point. So the discussion they are having now in front of me is they just need to identify what the stations are in that particular area, not necessarily relating it to kilometer 0 in Luneta. Am I correct? In order to make sure, Mr. Chairman, that there are no overlaps. Kasi what you are showing here is there are potential overlaps, which may result in corruption opportunities. No? Kasi kung nag-overlap, nagawa na yan dati, pondohan mo ulit, saan mapupunta yung pondong yun? No? So obvious na, alam na natin kung saan mapupunta yun. So yun po ang but I think they can do it, Mr. Chairman. Well, they have to do it, because if they don't do it, then the project will just be simply removed. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you for this.
Thank you, Secretary, for that. Kaya nga, it's a gap in the process. Dapat, bago nagsasubmit yung mga district engineer, meron ng technical description, yung may station number na, para pag akyat sa inyo sa central, hindi na kayo maghahabol pa. No? At dapat hindi rin piniprint, hindi rin, ito yung sinasabi namin sa DBM, dapat hindi rin nilang tanggapin kung walang technical description kasi makikita naman natin very general eh. Hindi mo mapinpoint kung saan, hindi mo mapinpoint gaano kahaba, opportunity for corruption yun, kagaya ng sinabi niyo.
Mr. Chairman, just on a final point, I think, and I've been talking to people who have been here for quite some time, ito na po yung sistema eh. Nitong nakaraang, hindi lang taon to, dekada na to eh. Ito na yung sistema. Ito na, in the previous budgets, this is how it's been done. No? And thankfully, and it is how it's been done, and it is also how it has been approved by Congress in the past. So I think this is a very opportune time, and we thank the good chairman for pointing this out very clearly. No, pointing this out very clearly, and I think it is very in line with the president's objective to really clean up this system. No, clearly, there are clear opportunities here, no, for corruption, but this has been done since, I don't know, time immemorial, I would think. No? So it's about time, po, Mr. Chairman. We would like to thank you and the committee for pointing this out. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Let's talk about clearing the system, Mr. Secretary. Let's go to the jugular. Doon po sa aming pagdinig sa Blue Ribbon, there was an instance where I asked your predecessor, what are the things that are being placed above the net? Kaya nagbo-bloat yung budget natin. He was talking about allocables, was talking about leadership and unprogrammed, and then DFLRs, which happened after the BICAM. Pangkaraniwan na yun, it's always the difference between the net and the GAA. I was able to calculate from what he told me at that time. I was able to summarize at least 1 trillion pesos over and above the ceilings indicated in the net. So, Mr. Chair, dito po sa 2026 proposed expenditure program of DPWH, nagkaroon ng revision from 880 million, billion ba to o million? 880 billion to only 624, or all in all 625.7 billion. So, nawala na ba yung sabi ko rito, taba ito eh. Kumbaga, Mr. Chair, sa katawan ng tao eh. 1 trillion peso additional to the ceilings already indicated in the NEP is 2 months. Parang ang sabi ko eh, taba na ng tao yun eh. Pag hindi natin inalis yung taba ng tao, hindi ka mamatay niya yun eh. So, ano ang presumption dito, Mr. Chair? Sa 625.7, nawala na po ba yung binabanggit natin?
Una po, no, as a matter of fact lang po, ang nawala po dyan yung flood control locally funded projects at ibang mga proyekto. Pero kung ang tanong niyo po ay nawala na ba lahat ng taba, tingin ko po, base lang po sa pinakita sa atin ni Chairman ngayon, hindi po totoo yan at meron pa rin pong taba.
So, ibig sabihin po, hindi natin talaga na i-strike yung taba ng sistema. Hindi natin siya na-address.
Kailangan pong i-address, pero tingin ko po ang pag-a-address sa kanya, kailangan simulan sa budget, pero kailangan din po simulan sa proseso kung paano nagpapasok ng mga proyekto sa National Expenditure Program.
I think, Mr. Chair, we can start by reviewing the allocations per district.
Tama po. Tama po.
Nakita ko doon sa 2024, 2025, and finally 2026 budget allocation. Meron kang makikita dyan, Mr. Chair, na talagang lopsided eh. merong bigla na lang magkakaroon sa isang district as much as 5 billion to 11 billion, samantalang iba at least 1 billion. Hindi ko maintindihan yung philosophy behind that. Sa palagay ko, yung nakapark dyan at saka yung taba-taba dyan, nandyan lamang yan eh. So unless and until we are able to justify bakit halimbawa ang isang distrito na napakaliit compared to other districts, wala naman significant na difference yung dalawang districts eh. Pero makikita mo, 11 billion yung isa is only 3 billion. I don't think that is justified. So, kailangan po siguro nating suyurin, Mr. Chair. Hanggat hindi po natin nagagawa yun, hindi po mawala yung taba. Pagkatapos yung leadership, Mr. Chair, ako po, nagtagal po ako sa House of Representatives. Mabuti na lang, party list lang ako. Hindi ko po minamalit ang party list. Pero kaya ko lang nasasabi sa party list, naging kalakaran na lang eh. Pag party list ka po, masaya ka na sa 150 million eh. Yung inyo pong constituency is nationwide. Mr. Chair, para ka rin senador pagka party list ka eh. Kasi nationwide ka eh. Pero ang budget mo, pang budget lang ng barangay kapitan. 150. Samantalang ang regular congressman, nag-average po ng 1B. Nasaan po yung katwiran doon, Mr. Chair? Nationwide kami, saka gustuhan ko halimbawa na masuklian ko ng utang na loob dahil sa napakaraming botong nakuha ko sa iba't ibang panig. Aportion ko sana. Sa 150 million, Mr. Chair, yung isa mabibigyan mo lang ng 300,000 na lang o kaya 250,000 at sasabihin sa iyo ng mayor, salamat po, congressman, sa binigay nyo. At least may tatayo ko na po yung kubeta na. Nakita po ninyo kung gaano po. Samantalang ang isang distrito, 11 billion, merong 8 billion, merong 6 billion. Secretary, Mr. Chair, hindi ko po nakikita yung justification. Kaya nga ang tanong how do you allocate the finite resources of this country? Yung economist, sandali lang niyang sasabihin sa atin. Alam niyang kwentahin eh. Marami siyang variables, marami siyang parameters. Pero dito po, pag tinignan nyo isang distrito, wala kang makikitang significant variable o indicator kung bakit mas marami ang dapat niyang makuha. So let's start with that. That is supposed to be the starting point. Ang sabi mo kanina, Secretary, we should err at the side of caution. Gusto kong palitan. We should act at the side. Ayoko magkamali tayo. Not even erring. We should act on the side of caution.
Agree po, Mr. Chairman. 100%.
And then, Mr. Chair, kung pwede ko pang idagdag sana to, dito po itong Asset Preservation Program ng DPWH. 2022 to 2025, talagang papataas po yung expenditures. 117 million, a billion. 2023, 124 billion. 2024, 139 billion. 2025, 153 billion. Talagang papataas eh. Mr. Chair, tama naman ito sapagkat kapag itong perang ito nagamit natin sa tamang pamamaraan, magagamit natin ang mas matagal ang ating mga kakalsadahan, mga bridges and so on and so forth. Di ba tama yun, Mr. Secretary?
Tama po, Mr. Chairman.
Pagkatapos biglang nagkaroon ng 2026, naging 105 na lang. Ang ibig ba sabihin nito, yung papataas na ganun, 4 na taong papataas, tas bigla mong ginanon. So, naisip ba natin na wala nang kwenta yung preservation program natin, Mr. Chair?
Mr. Chairman, in fairness po, yung original po ay 105 billion. Pero itinaas po ito to 115.
123.